Holt on strike. Works into mid-wicket for 1. So as a throw hits the stumps, deflects back. They could have elected to take another run, but have decided against it. They have just brushed the batter's pads. And he's straight down the wicket. How about that? Hitting hard over mid-on. 6. First ball. Welcome to the crease. Jayden Goodwin. He's not going to muck around.
No nerves from Jayden. Amazing start. He's just danced down the wicket there. And he's timed it beautifully as well. Comfortably over the boundary rope.
And he's bowled him! What a delivery! That looked to do all sorts. Far too good for Baxter Holt. Exactly the start that Bangladesh needed.
Beautiful little off-cutter there. There's a lot of purchase. It's come back very hard. And a lot of disappointment there for Holt. Again, you probably weren't expecting it to move that much straight up. And he's on his way.
Looking forward to seeing the replay there. Hassan, wicket, first ball. Holt done for pace. Just jagged back in between bat and pad, playing from the crease. That ball was too good, and the perfect start in the second over to Mahmood.
Yeah, beautiful use of the fingers there, dragging back on the seam, allowing that off-cutter to come right back and knock the bails off.
That was quick but well played. 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗃𝗏𝗄 with a little bit of room, stood in his crease and clobbered that through the offside for 4.
Yeah, that was a powerful shot. Really strong in the crease, as you said. Never really looked like being anything other than a boundary. Just confidence. As we have a look at the replay now, nice and still at the crease. Just short of a length, but just not quick enough to be bowling that length and that width, and it's been put away as it should have been.
This one's heaved onto the leg side. Well timed from Goodwin. He'll help himself to another boundary as the ball trots over the boundary line. Just straying onto the pads there, Mahmood. He had protection at deep square. The ball was a little bit full, and Goodwin was able to find the gap for his second boundary. Bowling to Goodwin now. Advances and bowled. There he is, into the game. And what a celebration. I hope we can get a camera on just what that meant to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. He's beaten and deceived Goodwin, who looked to advance down the wicket before the ball cannoned into his stumps.
Yeah, beautifully bowled there. You can see he's come fairly early here out of his crease, and he's pulled it in nice and a little bit shorter, got the turn and knocked over his pegs. That was beautiful bowling.
Perth Scorchers lose their second wicket. Both openers have now departed. Jayden Goodwin was looking good, but it has... Reverse sweep comes out, and have given! 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 proving to do the damage. He's claimed his second. The lean campaign for Captain Sam Fanning continues. Looking to put pressure back. Brought out the reverse sweep. Umpire John Ganane was convinced that was going on to hit the stumps.
Yeah, he looks like he's disappointed with himself rather than the decision there. I was just saying they didn't need to take any risks, and I'm sure the young cricketers would say that they know those shots. They don't see that any different to playing a forward defence, but for a delivery like that on the stumps, at this stage of the game, when you know what you're chasing, it doesn't necessarily, I don't see the point in playing that shot. I'd just be pushing it down the ground, get off strike, get yourself in. There's not a lot to be gained from playing a cross bat shot at this stage of the game when you're already 2 down.
There is the reverse sweep, and that is smashed out to backward square. What a shot from Joel Curtis. Exceptional skill as he went down on one leg, slapped that backward of point. There was a deep cover, but there was too much pace for him to come around.
Yeah, Hassan's a little bit hittable in terms of the reverse. Figures now of none for 22 off his 2.2. So a lot less risk at this end. Beautiful shot.
Bowled him! There's the wicket that they needed. 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗃 looked to free his arms. Whether he got a little inside edge or the ball just shot through. But a much needed wicket as Bangladesh stay in this contest.
Yeah, huge wicket there. I'll be very interested to see the replay here. Did appear to stay a bit lower, which we haven't seen a lot of so far. The pitch has played pretty true in terms of up and down. We just have a look at the replay now. He might have chopped on, did he?
I think he must have.
Yeah.
Looked to be wide of the stumps, and then 𝗂𝗚 slashed at it with fast hands before the ball. Curtis again through cover, this time beats the gap. That will run into the boundary for 4 more impressive signs from Joel Curtis.
He's in the action there, a fifth. This time it's gone just to his right. He couldn't quite reach it. And the one before, he was quite athletic in the catching attempt.
Hold him, what a delivery. That has done him all ends up. Hobson looks back at the wicket with some disbelief. We saw Hassan spin a couple from as early as the first over, bowling to Goodwin at the time. Now that looked to be an absolute seed. Well bowled. Naheem Hassan taking the 5th wicket of the Perth Scorchers and just keeping the interest in this game.
Yeah, sometimes as a batter you just go well bowled and you have to walk off. That is not the delivery that was the wicket, unfortunately. That replay, sorry to the viewers.
Curtis lofts over the bowler's head. He got plenty of that. That's raced away. Mid-on fielder stood no chance. 4 more to Curtis, who continues to put pressure back onto Bangladesh.
Yeah, beautiful footwork there, timing, all the above. There's been a really good mix of shots all around the wicket. The wagon wheel will be pretty impressive. As we watch the replay here, really still, got to the pitch of the ball, followed through.
Chowdhury. Ramp from Joel Curtis. He's shown so much skill, ability to access all areas of the ground today. He's scored in front of the wicket, square of the wicket. He's ran 2s well, but been able to find frequent boundaries. This one's hit over mid-on. Great strike from Spores. Plenty of room back over the bowler's head. Chowdhury just full, gave Spores room to free his arms, cleared his leg, and adds 4 more to the total.
Yeah, in the end, they're probably going to end up 10, 15 runs short. 140 was the sort of number we were throwing around early on. And they had that late burst. But unfortunately, they were a little bit slow in those early stages.
This is back past the bowler again. So it's 2 to win for the Perth Scorchers, looking to record their back-to-back victories. Full, and there it is, 4 more, 3 in a row for Matthew Spores to finish the game. Comprehensive in the end from the Perth Scorchers. They did the job with the ball early. If it wasn't for a final flourish from the Bangladesh side with 20 coming off the last over of their innings, this might have been over a lot sooner. But
Bangladesh innings finished with a flurry, but throughout the Scorchers there was regular trips to the boundary for the Bangladesh boys, so there was plenty of shots all around the wicket, and I was particularly impressed with their bowling, even though they've gone down today.
Bangladesh, Hassan and 𝗃𝗃𝗃 both providing some moments of joy, but in vain They just didn't have enough runs on the board. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you with us as well. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃 app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit 𝗃𝗺𝗃𝗃.com.